Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Midfield and welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles, where we have finally finished sorting out all of the defences around this side of the kingdom, and I think it's looking glorious. What we need to do now is we need to fill this little residential annex out. We need to put a buttload of housing in, and all manner of other stuff. I'm going to get rid of these roads. These are not needed along here anymore. Don't quite know what happened there. That broke somewhat, didn't it? Yeah. I think I might also clear out... I'm not going to clear out all of these trees, I don't think. But I'm certainly going to chop these ones down the back here. We'll clear out these ones by the hospital as well. And we're going to start filling this place out. We're just going to fill it with housing. We're going to fill it with all the amenities that people are going to want around this sort of area. We've got a church, we've got a library, we've got a hospital. But I am going to want various other things. We're probably going to want more fountains and probably more taverns and food stuff like bakeries. We may want another market down this end as well, just to make it a bit more accessible for people to get food and charcoal and stuff. And in fact, what I might do, I'm tempted to put a couple of charcoal makers down here in this little back area, like away from the majority of the housing, but we could have like a little couple of stockpiles along here, just so that we could get some sort of access to things like charcoal, and we can have a little stockpile of wood down this way as well, just to help with like kind of some sort of construction stuff. So you know what, yeah, let's do that. Let's chop these trees. We'll clear out a little bit of space here, and we're going to put some stone roads in around the back of all this. I'm going to put a couple of stockpiles in, or put one stockpile in, and then maybe a couple. We'll cancel some of the tree chopping. So it would be nice to leave some sort of, you know, greenery in, as opposed to just having everything torn down and built over. Right, so industry, we want a small stockpile right in there. And I want to put a charcoal maker or two in just there. I'm hoping there's going to be enough. I think there should be enough space between the charcoal maker and the this first manor that we won't have to worry about it too badly. Too much. One or the other sort of fucking thing. I don't know. Let's put another fountain in here as well, just so that we've got some additional water coverage around this way. Because with charcoal makers and stockpiles and stuff, they're going to be a little more susceptible to fires. I want to be able to try and prevent that as best I can. So I'm going to speed up some time, get stuff going. Oh god, we've got Vikings on the way. Everybody to your stations. Archers and ballistas, you are needed. Right, so I want 120 that. I'm going to put 0 on everything else. It's mostly for charcoal, this thing. This little stockpile. Of course, other materials have ended up in it already, but eventually they'll go elsewhere, I hope. But yeah, we've got some charcoal makers operational down this way. So that's good stuff. And yep, you're out of range of the charcoal maker, so that's great. You are not going to be getting pissed off with the smell. I can be happy with that. Right, where are the Vikings coming from? Oh, fucking hell, all the way over there. And it looks like you're not bringing ogres again. Alright, well I don't have to worry about watching you then. I'll poke my nose over once you make your way over here, but otherwise I'm not fussed about paying any attention to you whatsoever. I don't think I've got to worry about that anymore. At least not for a little while. Now, how do I want to develop things around this way? I think we'll start off with a manor. Yep. I'll stick another manor there, and then have a straight bit of stone road just coming down this way. I could stick just another manor in the back here, and then maybe you could cover down that way, so we could put a fountain in. We'll put a fountain in there, and we'll put a cottage in the back here, I think. We'll put a cottage there. We'll stick one more manor in this space. A nice cramped little annex, or cramped little set of cul-de-sacs, but it's fine. I think it's fine. Yeah, that's what it is. It's fine. Have you approached my walls yet? Oh yeah, you have. Ain't getting in though, are you? Get wrecked. Each and every one of you. Get out of my kingdom. Right, what are you? You're a baker. Do I want to try and put anything in here? I mean, I probably will eventually, I just don't know what. Yeah, at the moment I don't know what to put in that little space. So I'll leave it empty for the time being. And I'm going to stick another 2 manors in this space over here. So we got a 4x3 in this space. We're probably going to get told I need a tavern sooner or later, so we're going to dump one in there. We'll have a little road just popping up through the middle there. Yeah, I like that. How's the happiness? Happiness is fantastic. Vikings were destroyed, apparently. I'm glad to hear it. Right, the town square influence covers most of this area, so I don't really need to worry about that too much. The market doesn't really have a designated sphere of influence, so that's not too bad. Oh, we do need some more food production though, so we need to get... you're receiving irrigation. Good. We need to put down some more farms, I reckon, so let's get a windmill in over this way. No, over this way. Where that's coming from. Now, we're going to be having some slight issues with this little kind of 1x2 space. I mean, I could put more granaries in, but I mean, we haven't actually got the actual food production ready just yet for more granaries to be necessary. So, what I might do, just as maybe a stopgap, we'll put some orchards over this way. Because this is all very fertile land. I'm going to want to save this for more farming and food production. And do we want to put... we should probably put a granary over this way as well, just so that the food production over this side can go somewhere once it's done. Yeah, there we go. We got some more... another block full of houses over this way. What I might do with this space, I might put another cottage in. When I can afford to, and shove another fountain in over this way. How far out will it let me put this fence? It doesn't restrict me on where I can put it, it's just they won't be active if they're not in an irrigated area. Okay. Yeah, we'll put a cottage there, and we'll put a fountain in that space. Not got them quite as densely packed as we do the wells, but I quite like them. I think they're nice little additions. The food's coming up a little bit. It's going to take a while for these orchards to start putting food out, so we've got a little while to wait. Oh god, I just realised I left everybody in their bloody towers. That's fine, because the dragon's coming in within the next year, but oh boy, that's just cost me a hell of a lot of gold, hasn't it? I wish I'd paid attention to that. It's just lost me money. I definitely think that the next big project, once we get all of this done, because the majority of this is going to be getting filled out with houses. We'll still have some kind of, community buildings like, markets, taverns, some more fountains, another one of these Noria reservoir setups as well. But the majority of it is going to be housing. And considering the state of our food supply at the moment, I think we're really going to have to think about putting out a some slightly more substantial farming. So we might need to, like, as much as we can, fill all of this out. And then I think what we're probably going to have to do is we're going to need to look into expanding out into the wilderness this way, possibly over here, because we've got a lot of fertile land over this way, which we can improve with irrigation. And dragons inbound. Yeah, the only... Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best place to go, actually. Over this way will probably have to be an awful lot of farming. But, oh, okay. Where's the big one? Or did you not bring a big one? Okay, well, I'm guessing they didn't, because that was over way too quickly. Alright. Well, I'm not going to argue with that. You know what, I'm going to chuck in one of these Queen Barbara statues over here. Right by the hospital. She can look out over everybody. I don't know what I'm going to put in this little one-tile space. There's not really anything worth putting in there, I don't think. No, nothing that makes sense. But yeah, sorry, we're going to have a statue. I'm going to spruce up these roads a little bit. And I think I'm going to replace these little bridge sections with stone bridges. It'd be nice to put those down. So, where are they? Maritime? Oh, I can't just update those like I can with the roads. Okay, so we've got to delete these. There we go. Oh, wow, you guys are moving really quickly along there now. Brilliant. Good stuff. Yeah, I think things are feeling a little more organic over this way. The roads aren't like quite so formulaic. They're not exact like grid patterns of each other. I definitely like the way that this looks a hell of a lot more than... Like, Maudland was obviously a fantastic kingdom. Nothing was ever wrong with that. But it's nice that I'm kind of playing around with things and getting things ever so slightly different. Just expand the rest of this cemetery as well. There we go. So all of that is just church grounds now, which is going to be nice. Now, where do I want to put this? Do I want to put another one of these in? I think I probably do, because the influence from this one doesn't come all the way over. If I want to put in more fountains, then I'm definitely going to need it. So, yeah, we'll put you in here, I think. And I can probably tuck the reservoir into the side of it, as opposed to, like, over this way. And then this, if I want this road to come down this side, then it can. So, okay. How far will your influence stretch? Most of the way. It will cover pretty much everything else. Like, there's not much point in putting it there, because the space that it will cover is occupied by a road at the moment. Which may change, I don't know, we'll figure it out as we go along. Yeah, we'll put you there. Oh, those stone bridges do look nice. It's the first time I built them. Yeah, they look fantastic. I mean, they fit right in with the stone roads, and yeah, they're just, again, just a nice bit of design. Statue of Queen Barbara is done. Good. I think that gives, yep, another plus to happiness. So that's awesome. I've got current average of 85 for the happiness, which is nice. And I think we're going to set up another bit of residential stuff. I'm going to space things a bit. I want to put another tavern in here. I've got a little bit of an idea of what I want to do with this space. I'm just going to get rid of these trees so we can clear out a little bit of room to work. So, what we've got here, we've got like big main road coming around the back, and then what we'll probably do, I think a lot of this might end up being gardens for like these kind of inner roads. These outside ones will most likely stay stones so that people can get around to the towers quicker. But we got a few more manors, we've got a couple of cottages in here, we've got another town square just to continue the influence of the town square around this way. And we've got another market and a bakery along with a tavern right in the middle. I'm pretty good with this, I think it looks great. And then I think behind the town square we're going to slap a large fountain. Stick that there, I reckon. We'll get another manor in here. I'm hoping you're going to feel like you've got neighbours. You've got these guys over this way. So, maybe? We're still on a minus for our food, however. Are these producing food yet? I think they are. Probably just means we need more of them. I'm going to just fill this out with food stuff, so we're just going to chuck farms in everywhere as well. Absolutely everywhere we can. We're just going to fill this out with whatever foodstuffs we can do. It's likely to change, to be honest, but we need to just put something in. Now, we are on a bit of a plus. But once all this housing goes in and people move in, it's going to very much not be a plus. It's going to go serious negative numbers, I reckon. Ooh, we've got Vikings on the way. We need to get the archers and the ballistas into place. Okay, there we go. Now let me focus on what I was doing. Yeah, we've got lack of food down this way, so getting this market in place is going to really help with that. I mean, it's been dealt with, but it could have been dealt with quicker. I think that plague that came along has already been dealt with, so good. Alright, let's pop some gardens in. I think we can afford them at the moment, without crippling our finances. They can go there. This is going to be the nice part of the district, I think. Unless... some of these probably don't need... Well, actually, quite a lot of these are going to be direct routes down to the towers, so I might want to hold off on putting gardens all over the damn place. I've got any research left to do. Oh, just the sales. Oh, hello. Oh, we're going to be putting these new defences to test, don't we? Wow. Those ballistas are kicking so much ass. I mean, you're starting to overwhelm with the amount of ships that you're sending in, but oh man, if we can get through all of this without even a single ogre landing, that'd be impressive. I didn't even count how many ogres there were. Yeah, you bugger off with your catapults. That wall is going to be taking a proper beating, isn't it? That's a lot of ships. Ooh. Ouch. But even so, they haven't broken anything. And where are you planning to land, young sirs? Nowhere that you can get in, though, is there? Well, that one last hurrah, the ship was sinking, the catapult was just going, fuck off! Yeah, again, I think we're fine. My mason is already going around fixing everything, so I needn't worry. Oh, bless you, you're still trying. They just exploded, jeez. Right. That was truly fantastic. Plus 105 because the Vikings were destroyed. I could have absolute zero happiness generally, and everybody would be fine right now. That's amazing. Well, we got a dragon attack soon, so I'm not going to take everybody out of the towers just yet. We've still got some more cracked walls, but I'm sure that the mason will be on his way round sooner or later to go and patch everything up. Oh man, that was just fantastic. I'm going to put a fire brigade somewhere down this way. We'll stick you in here, I think. Hopefully you might actually work. Who knows? And then we'll get a couple of cottages. But I think these last few bits of housing, like still haven't even finished putting stuff in here, but we're going to be at a capacity for 1,000 beds. And that's just a lot of people. I gotta hope I can feed all of you fuckers. And more importantly, tax the crap out of each and every one of you. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh god, we've got a plague that has swept the land with 5 people taking ill. And I think they've all been healed already. Ah, we got a big flappy boy. And 2 little flappy boys. How long is this going to take? You barely even crossed the walls, mate. Jesus. You definitely didn't. And you? You gonna get across the walls? Just about. Yeah, you can fall into one of my orchards, that's fine. Okay, good jobs, everybody. Well done. Bloody hell, the amount of people that frees up. There's 1/3 of my population is idle at the moment. I've got a very, very high unemployment rate. Right, how many spaces have we got? We've got 4. Dump a couple of manors in this space here, I think. I need more wood, please. The last few episodes we've been struggling on stone. Now I'm building houses. It's all wood. Stone's fine. There we go. Over 1,000 beds available. We've nearly got them all filled. But we've also got more soon to be available as well. We're going to be at about pushing 1,100. Certainly pushing towards it, not exactly there, but close enough at the moment. Might shove another cottage in here as well. We are struggling to keep food in this market, unfortunately. Do we maybe want to try and bring a granary a bit closer? That might not be a bad idea. I'm going to chop this little gap here. And we'll shove a small granary in this little space. Ooh! Midfield is now a humble kingdom. A kingdom 1,000 people strong. How lucky the people are to have you as their king. I know, right? I'm pretty good. I'm glad that I can be the king that these people didn't know they wanted or even needed. They probably don't deserve me. To me, or does the music sound like it's a little off? Some of the instrumentation just feels like it's out of time. It's like it's a beat out of time. It sounds a little jarring. Normally the music for this is so serene and just kind of peaceful, and it's like today it's just like, no, I'm going to make you feel really weird and uncomfortable. Oh, maybe it was just something odd with that one tune. It's strange. I'm going to improve the rest of these roads in this little central area. We need stone roads all along there, please. Are there improvements we're going to be making elsewhere? Well, the answer is obviously going to be yes, but just trying to figure out where to go. I might move some of these orchards out onto the outer wall. Because those are the barren tiles. They're now irrigated, so putting orchards along here would be fine. And then we could get rid of... well, I could get rid of this one and the well. We could put some more farms in. That could be something to try. Or something to do. You know, we could maybe move this one back and put a granary in there. I don't know. We could put a granary in there as well, so I don't know. Let's just get some orchards in this space up here to start with. We'll put a well in over here, and we'll delete this one, and we'll demolish you. There we go. We've got more farms going down with a windmill in the centre. Excellent. Excellent work. Right, now I do need to figure out what I want to do with this weird little space around the back here. Because it's all very wiggly and windy, and I'm not entirely sure what to do with the space. I might chuck a clinic in. Chuck a clinic in that little one tile space, that could be good. I'm not entirely sure I need this road going all the way down the back, so we could maybe play around with that somewhat. Don't quite know what to do with it at the moment. But yeah, we don't need a road going all the way down this side, because we don't need it for construction anymore. We only need to get people into these towers. Yeah, we got all this new food stuff up and running, so that's good. Needn't worry about the peasants starving. Nah. Can't let my peasants starve. They need to give me their money. I will delete these little bits of bridge. That one can stay. But I will replace it with stone. Because stone looks nicer. And yeah, we'll delete paths coming around about this far, I think. That should be fine. Now, we've got 4 tiles worth of space going back into this, so let's chop some of this stuff down. Fuck it, chop it all down. And then we'll chuck a tavern in on the end here. Another cottage behind it. Then manors in on this side. Oh wow, I'm really out of wood. And then roads coming down this way. Then we'll have a little bit of space for maybe a couple of small buildings-ish. I might even just leave the trees in there, I don't know. But right now, I can't do anything else now because I've used up my entire wood supply. And it's really struggling to come back up. Still maintaining a plus on the food. So that is good. Well, I think this little back end of this area is filled out rather nicely. We've got more manors going up. Another 4 and a cottage. So this is going to get us well over 1,200 beds, I think. And this is still just a small fraction of the island that we've got to work with. Well, this area certainly is. We've still used quite a lot of space over this way, but I don't know. I've been trying to think what I want to do with expanding over this way. I think this area of the island is going to be my next big target, and it's a big target. There's a lot of space over this way. But I'm thinking of maybe starting a new batch of farmland around this way. What we'll probably do is have more housing, maybe some industrial stuff happening in this little barren space, maybe a little bit of this grassland. But I think the majority of this is going to get irrigated, and we're going to just put down farms, we're going to put down orchards, loads of granaries, so that we can store everything away. And we're going to be heading down towards this witch's hut, and I really don't know what's going to happen if I disturb her. I'm not sure if she's only going to be disturbed if I knock on the door, or if we start building too close to her. I don't know how she operates. We're going to be finding that one out together. Yeah. It should prove to be interesting. We'll see. But we've got Vikings inbound, so I suppose we should probably get some soldiers back into their towers. Oh, how will we ever defend against the Vikings? I don't know. We've really been struggling so far. This stone road going down here, I'm going to switch that over to gardens, because that's purely residential space. No need to worry about that. I hope all the repairs got done on the walls. I think they did. Given how the rest of the island is going to end up having its walls as far away, far out from the land. They're probably not going to be on the mainland quite so much. I mean, probably building a lot of them on piers. At least for the external defences. We may want to invest in more masons. So I might put one down this end. Putting a mason down here might not be a bad idea, actually. So, we'll stick you in this back corner, I guess. So we can let this stockpile have some stone as well, I think. So we'll probably put this down to... we'll say we'll put 40 wood just for the charcoal production. We'll put 100 charcoal... No, not 10. And we'll let 100 wood, 100 stone get stored over here as well. So I should probably try and strategically put masons around wherever they're going to be. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, because we're going to be dealing with this sort of stuff quite a lot. So when they come in with their catapults and stuff on the back... Oh god, the dragon came over right at the same moment from the exact same place. Right, yeah, deal with the flying gnats at the moment, please. Okay, with them all piling in right on this. They're trying to make land right here as well, so... this is... We might actually see some walls go down. Yep. There goes that one. It's only going to be a big... Ah, there we go, they broke in. You buggers. Yep, there's fire. Well, bloody hell did they pile on quick. Fortunately, they're not taking down actual defensive towers. They've only been taking down wall blocks, so that's not so bad, I guess. It does mean I need to build all of these back up to par. Okay, and that got dealt with. Nicely done, everybody. Well, that was a very eventful way to end this episode. I think I am going to wrap this one up here because this little district, I think, this little block of the kingdom, I think I'm quite content with it. I think I'm happy to say that this area is done. We've got our mason in now. We've got the stockpile ready to receive stone, should that become available, down this way. Which I think it would be very helpful for stone to head down that way as well. This is overflowing at the moment, so it's not a massive issue. Yeah, there we go. We're starting to see stone down this way, so that's just going to make it quicker and easier for the mason down this way to fix things up. So yeah, the walls have taken a bit of a battering, but we're still holding strong. I don't think anybody actually... Nope, nobody actually got taken away during that, and I've got some stuff that needs to be done in the next episode. I didn't even think to put a bathhouse down here. Oh, that was dumb. I should have done that. Bugger. Okay, we may need to do a little bit of rebuilding. Maybe this area isn't quite completely done yet. But we need more churches and libraries, and the bathhouses are too crowded. So, bathhouses, churches and libraries. We need to sort those out. But we'll get around to that in the next episode. For now, I am going to wrap this one up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlists on the channel for more Let's Plays or metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment, just leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. There we go. See, we're getting things nice and organised. Everything gets its own little corner. What else do I have?